Yo, what's up, everyone? How is it going? I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Saturday, and we're bringing you another doubles match out of the Swiss round number 3. This is a 1-on-1 matchup between Twice the Baguette, which is Lusther and MrGreeZ, against Infinity Death Gauntlet of Dr. Tuin and Jay Halcyon. My name is Trojan Dude, and I have the pleasure of commentating this match with the one and only Spark. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Trojan, and I'm pretty excited for this race. It's a 1-in-1 round, as you just stated, so whoever wins this race will be just one victory away from actually making it to the brackets. But should they lose the race, it's not over yet, so this race is kind of the turning point maybe in their career. If they get to relax maybe a little bit, or if they have to, maybe practice some more, or will have to fear about not making it into the brackets. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be a very interesting race.
Yeah, definitely. These 1-on-1 matchups really set the tone for like the last couple weeks. It's really cool to see like what people bring out after a couple weeks of like experience on the stage, especially when communication is key. And starting off really quickly with Infinity Death Gauntlet, both Tuin and Halcyon are fairly new, but they have shown in both of their like singles matches, especially, and also getting 1-to-1 in doubles, that they're starting to become very more skilled at it and very more comfortable. And that's always great to see. And then you want to give us a little bit of background on Twice the Baguette?
Yeah, just before we are starting here shortly, Twice the Baguette is, of course, the team consisting of MrGreeZ and Lusther. Both of them are French, hence the name. And both of them actually have history with Ori. MrGreeZ is a little bit older than Lusther in his Ori history, but they've played quite a lot of Rando actually before this tournament and already took one victory. And, well, I guess they're hoping to take the second victory now as we're starting off this race. What do you think the first pickup is going to be?
All right, let's go with the teleporter. Well, we'll see here in a second. It's just the vanilla. Well, I say vanilla, but it's not actually vanilla Keystone. But Keystone is one of the greatest chance of things to get at the start.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable to go with a Keystone pickup first, because there are only like 4 pickups that you can get right away without really another point of progression. So 2 of these pickups being Keystones is very likely, and there's our second Keystone. So they already have the first kind of progression, being able to go through the first door in Glades.
Yeah, definitely. We still haven't seen it on Hal's screen. He pressed the Alt-T command to wish everyone a ton of luck on their rando. I wonder if he pressed it over 9,000 times.
Yeah, he must have. I mean, it was going since the start.
That's pretty crazy. But yeah, so like you said, they already have 2 Keystones. They can move over to the left-hand side. So if this next one is a wall interaction, we'll see if how they decide to split off. Or if it's a teleporter, that's also another way you can split off at the start.
Yep, and it's just another Keystone, so they are not really able to split up yet, which is, of course, what they want to do as early as possible, so they get to look for these shards, which you have to look for in this mode. And there's Climb, actually, the 4th Keystone.
Yeah, and that's a lot of experience down at Fake Flippers right there. 196 is nice. That's going to make them level up, 3 times. So first, because the first one is 25, the next one's 50, and the one after that's 100. So that's really nice, especially when you're going through BRB. And there's a couple cutscenes to skip, and then the what I like to call the Indiana Jones boulder section. You'll have ability points for all of those.
And we can already see Hal putting these ability points to use. So Infinity Death Gauntlet making the first difference in the routing, with Dr. Tuin going through Glades and Hal actually going into BRB. Twice the Baguette opted to make the divergence in Glades, and actually Lusther just found Charge Flame in the Mapstone pickup.
Yeah, this is a very interesting strategy. Not a lot of teams would do this right now, where both people with the wall interaction would actually continue to go onto the left-hand side, but they're splitting up Spirit Caverns and left Glades into the wall jump area. That's very, very clever.
And it seems to, oh yeah, it seems to definitely work out, as Lusther just also picked up dash, and you can see that GreeZ is immediately heading down, wants to be able to move around the map quickly, so he's going to pick up dash as well.
Oh man, Dr. Toon's trying to do this ridiculous like jump over here. He's trying to find the mic. Oh, he found the micro ledge. Very nice.
Nice.
So you can do some shimmy. You can do some shimmy work to get into that micro ledge. Just experience, but it is nice to actually get that information early, because you really don't want to like leave that later and feel like, okay, it could have been something good.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to. And I'm getting the feeling that the left Glades play is turning out to be quite good for Twice the Baguette here. Because they found dash, they found climb, they found charge flame, and also some pickups like charge dash efficiency or something it was. So it's just going to make the overall movement way faster.
Yeah, definitely. And once they get charge jump or stomp, that actually will put the Lycranate tree in logic really early, which you sometimes don't get the luxury of getting. So we'll have to keep our eye on if somebody makes that play early, even after all the BRB plays.
And also, since Dr. Toon just found dash, it'll be interesting to see when Hal actually decides to kind of drop his BRB movement here in order to take up dash, or if he decides to maybe do the whole boulder escape area first since he's already here.
Ooh, Toon both times goes really close. Oh, and he's opting to actually leave those for later. Very interesting choice. The one thing we have to note is there was a map stone over there, and that could play a part if something is on map 2 or 3, depending on where they find other map stones. But that is something to note, and we'll have to keep our eye on that. As looks like Twice the Baguette, Lusther's the first one that's going to be heading over with Charge Flame to the Charge Flame tree.
And it's just some experience. What we also see Lusther do here is preparing a save anywhere, so he could save during the tree cutscene, so that blue wall to the right would actually be despawned, so he can just move through that wall. I mean, he had Charge Flame, so he could have Charge Flamed it, but it also saves a little bit of time. So, not wrong doing that when you have enough ability points to do so.
Oh, and we're getting word from the truck right now, thanks to C-Average over here, that Lusther actually found the Forlorn TP over in the Charge Flame area, whether it was the XP pickup or the pet plant. So that's useful knowledge for later if they need to key dupe. I'm sure like these teams will probably grab that on their way over, but that's a nice to have when you have to turn in another map stone and also to key dupe.
It certainly is. We see Hal checking the dash log pickup here. It's just a keystone, but since dash was so early in logic, it would actually be quite early in logic, so no real sequence break there, but with it just being a keystone, it's not important anyway.
Okay, it looks like he's gonna set up a save up top right there to save Scum. Okay, he is gonna keep the keystone. A lot of players will put that there because they, if the ability cell in the BRB main room is not anything valuable, they can just easily do that so they don't have to ride back the platforms up top. So now it looks like Hal is going to head over and grab that dash pickup. I think that's the correct timing, like based on, you know, you're already, you know, knee deep in BRB and it doesn't really make sense to leave and just, you know, kind of delay it. Might as well just get the tree when you're that far into it.
Yeah, that's right. Since BRB is mainly a very auto-scrolly area, you wouldn't really save much time with dash either way. But since he didn't do boulder escape, he will be able to do that a little bit more quickly when they are there. And Tuan just picked up the Fallen teleporter, so it was indeed the XP down below.
So, based on what we're seeing right now, we'll have to see like how many. I don't think everyone has had all the keystones quite yet, so hopefully we'll see some information maybe at the XP right next to the boulder down below from MrGreeZ's side, because that might be I think the last keystone they need to get up to Grove, or also another excuse me, another key skill.
Yeah, they kind of starved of pickups that they can check other than that at the moment. Because they can't break the, if you can see where Turin is, there is a storm floor up above, which they of course can't break from below without having charge jump. So I don't see other pickups either. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're just pretty much... Oh,
Lusther taking a bit of a death right there, but thankfully, nice safety save right before the spike pit. These guys still only have 3 health, so safety saving with that second energy cell is quite nice this early on.
yeah, this is a very good idea. And they're pretty starved on energy cells still, so saving does hurt a little. You might not want to do it. But at the same time, when you're having all the cutscenes already skipped that you would have to skip, you can just drop a safety save. And an interesting thing about this seed is, I mean, we've been talking about that progression pretty much is only in like 1 or 2 spots now, so you can see that both these teams are kind of syncing up their pickups at the moment. And so I would say there's still not really one team that has like a lead or something. It's pretty much like it was in the beginning, everyone just evening out on skills and pickups.
Okay, so it looks like MrGreeZ realizing that that climb area is... Oh man, it gets sniped by a slime shot, but realize, okay, it's not really good to go for that right now with just climb. So it's gonna head back over to Spirit Caverns, and okay, it's actually has not done this part yet.
It seems he wants to put in the map stone. Yeah.
Oh, he hadn't put in the map stone yet. That's a good point. Okay, interesting.
It's just some experience, but of course, since map stones are... Oh, and also Charge Flame.
That's where Charge Flame was. Yeah, I thought he had got that the first time around.
Yeah, I thought so too. But he didn't. And now he also turned in the map stone, which is of course important for progression, since map stones are progressive. He doesn't need the first map stone, it was just experience, but maybe the second map stone is progression, and so he definitely wants that.
And sorry, another thing I want to bring up is that with all those ability points that they got early on, it gets some charge flame efficiency, which doesn't seem like a major thing, but when right now Charge Flame is the only thing locking progression at this point, and only having 2 energy, you can have 4 instead of 2, and it's going to allow MrGreeZ to go in here and also drop a save if he wants to.
Yep.
Fuck, he leveled it up yet, actually?
I don't know either. You can see down in the right that Hal didn't level it yet, and he just used an ability point to skip the growth teleporter, so making the quote-unquote gamble that he won't need the teleporter again. So when he skips the cutscene, you don't get to use the teleporter unless you find the actual picker.
Yeah, correct.
Lusther made a play for the Resil No area and actually found the first Sunstone shard at the XP pickup here.
Well, that is quite nice for this early on to... And it's in a location that normally it may not seem like a big deal, but because they had climb instead of wall jump, getting to that is a little more finicky. And it will be interesting to see when... it looks like Tuin actually just got it, so he's actually going to get that information too. Okay, so both of these teams have the same knowledge. So that's really, really good for Infinity Death Gauntlet that they got that information as well.
Yeah, and contrary to what Lusther was doing, Tuin is actually opting to do the boulder escape area, glitching the boulder and continuing down here through the Resin No area. So maybe the map storm pickup will have some kind of progression. We're about to see.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be able to go into the spider sack area right now, as well. That'll be some new information. Oh man, Hal's trying to do this dash glide. This is a fun one. I don't know if personally in this situation when you have charge, I'm like, I've got all of the right side right now. Let's just leave this for later. But it is in logic. That dash glide is in logic.
Oh, come on. Yeah, Toon gets up there with just climb. That is so hard. It's just an ability cell. So no real progression right there. And I think they kind of all have to do right side of growth now. Because that's like the only way where progression is. So can't really split up anymore for now.
Okay, MrGreeZ did get the dash glide, and it was just a keystone. So thankfully for Hal, not that big of a deal. They'll come across plenty of other keystones.
It's certainly nice to just get some more keystones. So even if you don't need them at the moment, we've seen people, and I've done that too, who just forget about the amount of keystones they have, and then they sit around Ginzo and find themselves on 2 keystones, and it's not a nice time.
Oh my god, what an awful spot for an energy cell. When
Yeah.
you just have climb. Oh no, Hal's gonna... He's gonna know that for later, but he's probably gonna leave that. Or no, he's playing a little two-step tango right there, but opts to just leave it for later.
I don't know if he has enough ability points to level air dash. He probably hasn't, because that would be the only thing that could get him out of there, I think, at this point. Ooh, gets sniped by the spider shot. Yeah,
Hashtag, that's what I call value.
Value safe indeed.
Yeah, but we are going to be seeing, right now, MrGreeZ and Hal, respectively, are the ones that are ahead of their teammates. So they're going to be the ones getting us all this information. Interesting one will be if one of them will decide to go for the one-off at Horror Fields under the little stomp barrier. It's kind of a pain to get, especially with just climb, and it's a bit out of the way, but it would probably be a good idea to get it out of the way now, so you don't have to, try and go back there later.
Yeah, you can just like send one teammate over there while the other one keeps scouting ahead. I think it's a good idea, especially with the way the seat has been kind of linear at this point, since it's forcing every one of them to go right. So getting every single pickup out of the way is a good idea.
Hey, guess what we just found? We just found wall jump.
So that, now we have climb and wall jump. They are pretty similar, but we have seen some sports in which wall jump would have been way nicer than climb. Incidentally, the pickup we just talked about here in Swamp is a little bit nicer to get with wall jump.
Yeah, definitely. And man, Hal was actually sitting there waiting for energy regen to kick in all the way to get that one, and boy, was that worth it.
Yeah, it was a good decision. I mean, when you're oh, look at that, it's a water vane shot, so certainly a very good decision to be waiting for the wall jump and then making the check here. I'm hoping that Twice the Baguette will also send one over there, so they can find that as well, because while the pickup takes a little bit of time, that's a fairly free water vane, I'd say. So you definitely want to pick that up.
And I believe MrGreeZ, Hal's going back for it right now, I think, but MrGreeZ just actually got double jump.
And the second water vane, actually, as well.
Wow, so we're quickly getting close to Ginso access with that wall jump pickup. And that is huge.
That takes a little death to the spikes, and then opts to not even check the pickup again. Yeah, Lusther broke the floor with the Frankie to pull this lever here, and then also check the pickup up above.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Lusther. He was right at the cutscene. I don't know if he accidentally was having a problem with the Frankie. I wasn't really noticing, but Tuin got a bit of a lead over where they were both at the cutscene for the spirit trees. So hopefully Lusther can, you know, catch himself back up a little bit. Meanwhile, Tuin is picking up this ability cell, which I don't believe MrGreeZ got, and it was just experience. But hopefully, we'll probably see a split right here between, you know, the person going into Grotto and then doing the Swamp Loop. Because other than the one grenade pickup, you can pretty much almost get everything with the skill set on the way wrapping around the Ginso entry.
Yeah, it takes a while to get all these pickups, but in doubles you can very well send one there. So it would definitely be a very, very good position to split up here. And since MrGreeZ is going for the Grotto play, this will probably be Lusther for twice the baguette, and I'm hoping that he's going for the Horror Fields health pickup to get that water vein shot, so they just know it's there.
Alright, so we're gonna be getting some Death Gauntlet information right here as well. I don't know. Okay, that's a nice Mega Energy. I don't know if MrGreeZ actually got that. But that's quite nice for how actually he could opt to just go left-hand side first with that Mega Energy and sequence break into the 4 energy door down at the bottom of Grotto.
I think that's probably what he's going to do with that energy, because at this point it seems like a good play. There are not real any other energy doors nearby, and I think you don't want to put that Mega Energy to waste, especially not in a doubles race where sequence breaks might pay off more than in a single race.
Oh, I just realized something when I just saw MrGreeZ going through here. MrGreeZ never got wall jump, but Lusther's gonna find it right now. So, yeah, that makes Left Grotto a little bit of an issue when you don't have wall jump.
Did you just see what was in progression for mapstone number 3 with MrGreeZ?
No, I did not. What was it?
It was Bash, if my eyes didn't fool me. So, very huge pickup.
Okay, and he must have got the mapstone around there too, so that's gonna be quite nice going forward. So that actually opens up a lot more items. Like, it at least makes it easier to get those items. So I thought MrGreeZ was gonna wrap back around, but opts to not get that energy cell. Oh, but he gets an energy cell right there from the keystone, so works. Nailed it.
Yep, they will, with just one more energy cell, be up on 4 energy, so then they won't have to sequence break with Mega Energy anymore out of the other doors. And yeah, considering that Bash pickup from before, Hal actually has 1 mapstone in his possession right now. I don't know if he inserted 2 already, like if he did the boulder escape area, but he might find his Bash as well, which would be... Oh! Takes a little death. Oh, takes a huge death.
Takes a very large death.
Okay. I mean, that's really rough, because he just pushed the boulder and then dropped down before the boulder could keep the laser away from him. Oh man.
Oof, man. So I'm not sure if he'll decide to drop a save this time, or if he'll like wrap back around for it, but we'll have to see.
Oh, and while we were considering Hal's big death, there was the water vein shard, a double jump tree, getting word here. So we are on 3 water vein shards right now.
Yeah, so once Hal and Hal or Tuin go down over there. Yeah, sorry, that was the water vein shard from before. My bad. But yeah, like I think they'll have the opportunity to maybe get that first. It'll depend on when MrGreeZ and Lusther decide, hey, let's go back to the Horror Fields area for that pickup. But I don't know how likely that'll be.
MrGreeZ is getting his wall jump now, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know when they will get to Horror Fields. They probably postponed it because it's such a slow pickup, and with Bash, there's suddenly much more available. Like MrGreeZ might at this point opt to do the swamp entry, even something like that.
Oh, there was an explosion power upgrade down there. That's really nice. It actually, it's one of the bonus pickups in the randomizer, and it makes your charge flames free, which, you know, for based on where they're at, where that's the only way they can break stuff right now. Well, okay, now he's got charge dash, but you can just easily break all the plants and barriers without using up energy. So that's a nice find for Hal.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, without grenade, which is free, you don't want to. They're pretty starved on energy still at this point, so it's certainly is nice to be able to just get these free charge flames. And I think it'll be interesting to see when. Oh, sorry. I just goofed a little bit there. I thought Twice the Baguette was already on the water vein, so I was gonna make the Ginzu play, but they don't know that yet. They still have to check hover feeds, like we said before.
So you know where all the health cells were? They were over in the swamp loop, because both Tuin and MrGreeZ are at 6 health now, and I think there were 2 at least on this one. So that would have been nice before going into the bottom of Grotto.
Yep. Grotto is like the first area that has some major spikes, which is my god, words. MrGreeZ is doing a swamp entry here, finally. So we will be seeing if progression is there. I mean, it's not in logic at this point, since swamp entry isn't. Oh, but charge dash efficiency, so...
Oh, no! MrGreeZ just wants to give the frog a hug, but the frog says no.
Yeah, he chose to do the controller method of doing swamp entry, and kind of paid for it. We see if he goes for it again or chooses to make the double bash method. This looks like the double bash method, which he's going for now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. He also took damage. Oh, he's gonna do... Okay, yeah. He does... I think it was him, was the controller runner that came up with an actual double bashless controller setup. Oh my god, MrGreeZ, please. Dear lord. He almost took a little bit of a swim in poison water and, yeah, asphyxiated to it. That would have been a really bad time.
So we see down in the bottom right that Hal actually took the Valley TP, which he must have found somewhere on his way, and he will try to, oh yeah, just bash the frog to quickly make his way up here. And since he doesn't have Stomp, it looks like he's actually going to attempt Stompless to break the rocks above Kuro here.
Yep, looks like with dash it makes it easy, and a nice safe placement right there. It's the best place to put it. Wow, he's really waiting for that shot to be in the right spot. There we go. Okay, let's see. That shot looked at... I'm not sure if that's low or not, but we'll see here in a second. Oh, spider shot. Oh, he didn't get the pickup, but he did get Stompless. So really great job by Hal to get it. As opposed to an actual category speedrun, missing that is not the worst thing in the world. You can just quickly go back up and check it. But man, that spider shot was really unfortunate.
Yep. He might even just opt to not check this pickup for now because it would be slow. Us getting emotional there was because of other speedrun categories. Certainly. Oh, but look at that. It's the Sunstone shot.
Oh, wow. I was also going to bring up the fact that MrGreeZ just actually checked the... He did a Frankie lore to check the XP right at the start of the game. And it was a Mapstone, so keep that in mind if Mapstone 4 is also something.
Oh yeah, that would be quite something if Mapstone 4 actually turned out to be progression. Is there... They could put it in Swamp, I think. That's available at the moment.
So let's take stock of where we are to get into go mode for both of these teams. So now we know where 2 Sunstone shards are. We have all Water Vein shards needed.
Yep, Toon is actually in Ginza right now, so he must have gotten all 3.
Yeah, and that's also a great play for one person to go left, one person to just kind of finish off the right-hand side as well. That's a really nice split. It doesn't happen all that often, but when you can do that, it feels really great. And they need something to break things. So a charge jump pickup would be great, as we find another Sunstone Shard, actually. And that's 3 for Tuin and Hal. Right there in the Ginso secret at the start of the dungeon. So they're just looking for something to break. So charge jump will be really nice. Or glide would probably be fine as well. They could opt to do the Frankie lore to get into the light grenade tree if they only find glide.
Yeah, they could do that, but I think just going for some more pickups, like you can see Infinity, the Death Gauntlet, doing here, is the right call at that point to maybe not have to do some of the major sequence breaks. Twice the Baguette just found their third water vein shard, so MrGreeZ is going to make the Ginzo play now as well. And this, I mean, they have options to just diverge in the routing now. Getting word from the truck that right side of Valley is also in logic with the current skills they have. So there are quite a few pickups which they can still check. And I think it's a good play to keep looking for more pickups, because reaching charge dump at this point, oh man.
Man, Hal just took... oh, and there's another Sunstone Shard. So we've found all 5 Sunstone Shards. Or, yeah, all 5 Sunstone Shards, I think. Or no, 4. There's still 1 left. But that's still really nice. So, Tuin doesn't have to go and get that one. So that's really, really nice.
Yeah, these extra shards, especially when it's like on your way to a tree like that one in Ginzo just was, makes your pickups just so much easier.
Alright, and MrGreeZ getting that Sunstone Shard, so that'll be the second one, and he's going to find the third one here very shortly. And Tuin is opting to continue along in the Ginso tree, and all of this stuff is in logic right now with that bash pickup. So I like this play when you're still trying to find some information, and Hal is still, you know, pushing left side and making up ground with that. So
yeah, you know what Tuin doesn't have though. It looks like he has no keystones. Basically being in the situation I mentioned at the start, so he can't really go much further apart from taking the other 4 keystones that are here. And yeah, I think he probably would want to do the escape, actually, because it's pretty pickup dense.
Yeah, and that actually could be the way they're gonna... Oh, gosh. I don't know why he tried to just double bash that right there. That was a little spooky. Oh, man, and 3 ability cells. At least he can get triple jump, so that's nice.
Yeah, I guess. It'd be interesting to see what he's opting to route next.
Oh, take a look at Lusther up here. Oh, the frog despawned, but he's trying to do a non wind restored FACS cell right there at the kind of the beginning to go into Forlorn. That is, I don't know how he died right there, but this is fine.
This is fine. Yeah, I'm kind of just curious where the next progression is going to be. We see MrGreeZ making the play into Blackwood Burrows here. He hasn't gotten the pickups here yet.
Oh, one thing the truck just noted, MrGreeZ had to Alt-R. He couldn't actually get to the bash tree because he had no keystones.
See the keystone striking again. Oh, did he get the boulder? Did he make it? Yeah, okay.
That was a little close, but good job by MrGreeZ to set that up. He's gonna be careful. He's gonna hit the backside of the boulder.
So he doesn't get a lift up. Yeah. He really wants to keep that Frankie alive. We still haven't found Stomp.
Oh my god! Oh, Fast Stompless was glide. Oh dear lord.
Yeah, and that's the cell that Hal didn't get. Yeah, Hal chose to not check it, like we said. Oh, and the glide pickup is huge. It makes so much easier.
So that's essential. If it within their comfort level, that is essential go mode for twice the baguette. If they want to do that Frankie lore. Wow, that is huge. Maybe Tuin will grab it right now. Hopefully. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he thought he got it. Maybe Hal thought he got the pickup. And it was nothing.
I hope they will go for that pickup again because, like you said, if I were twice the baguette, I would probably consider myself in go mode now. Both have kept the Frankie alive down in Black Bros, so they could do the lure, and they have dash, so it's not too hard. And yeah, then they can do the final escape. So Infinity Death Gauntlet kind of needs that glide pickup or do some very hard sequence breaks.
Okay, let's hope for their sake that Tuin goes right over here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, man.
MrGreeZ is also doing his fast stomp. He knows that glide is here, so if he misses it, he will just pick the pretty close spider shot to the spikes there, but he gets his glide. Doesn't get stompless though.
I wonder if MrGreeZ realizes you don't actually have to do this. You can actually, Wilhelm is there, so you can actually take his frog shot because they have all Sunstone shards.
He probably doesn't realize it, seeing as he's keeping fast stompless, but he gets it second try. So not a huge time loss, especially with the glide pickup. You can see that Lusther is already in sorrow now. Breaks the stomp. Is it a stomp ceiling or charge jump? I don't know. Some kind of ceiling. And oh, he's in 3 health. Yeah, that's brave. Not making a save. Oh, he doesn't have enough energy to make a save.
I'm wondering, oh, was he looking for more keystones to dupe with? Oh no, he had enough. He was just maybe looking, it's stuff on the way. He can probably just see, hey, this might be something important. Okay, Lusther. Nice job.
Bash. Yeah. And they can both just opt to key dupe in Fallen as long as they have 1 keystone, since both of them still need to do Ginzo. As MrGreeZ is going for the Misty Woods play here, we'll just be picking up the climb tree. As we've said, they don't really need anything else now. So they are in lumberjack mode, which just means cutting down trees, and then they will probably go for the final escape. Which is also kind of what Infinity Death Gauntlet is doing, hoping to find a pickup on another skill pickup on their way.
There's another health cell. Another thing to note is these teams don't have clean water, so they do require, if they never find Stomp, to at least 7 health. So MrGreeZ actually just picked up his 7th health right there. And oh, he found an 8th one. That's nice. So they do have to keep that in mind for when they go into the final escape later.
That's kind of a, I guess you could say, nice thing for Team Infinity Death Gauntlet, that they have a lot of health. I think Hal is on 10 and Tuin is on 9. So while they don't have glide, they have a lot of health to maybe make some of the sequence breaks easier. That they probably some zombie or shenanigans in the Dorito cave.
Okay, and on our bottom left right now, Tuin is doing the setup. Oh, he's gonna do the top routes. Okay, so this is a tiny bit safer.
It is, but getting the Frankie to not do to do a short hop once he's down, it can be pretty tough. So after that jump, there's a short hop, nicely done. So now Tuin only needs to make sure the Frankie doesn't die to the spikes to his left here, once he lures them over there, which he normally shouldn't do. It can happen, but it's pretty rare, so we'll see if he makes it. This looks good, and he's through. Oh, didn't get them to stop the floor. Now he did. Okay, and now make a save. You always want to see a save after this.
Yes, there you go, too. Nice. Okay, so that's the first team. Okay, and Hal's gonna be doing it right now as well. I do like this play based on their situation, considering where they didn't find Glide, but this is gonna get a really kind of bonkers, you know, setup out of the way really quickly. When Tuin's actually gonna be checking these pickups, or this one pickup, I should say, right here. He is gonna keep the keystone, probably for the Sorrow Door. So very nice shot. Oh, and they're gonna have ultra defense. Nice.
That certainly is nice. I was thinking, would they be able to, with their current skill set, actually make it through the final escape, like the last room, without glide, without charge jump, just with triple jump? Since they seem to be in their go mode as well now, opting to both do the sequence break. Just missing really 2 trees, the charge jump tree and the grenade tree.
Oh, yeah. No, Hal was trying to do that too fast, and the Frankie ended up dying.
Yeah, that's why this trick is so hard. I'm actually surprised they do the upper method. Maybe they are more comfortable with it. I am more comfortable with the dash method myself, but that's personal preference. We have seen on the upper left side, Lusther did his key dupe in Forlorn, so he will be doing his Ginzo play right now. And then all they have left is Grenade. Oh no, Hal killing the Frankie again. He's sticking to this method.
Okay, so now he had to get up there with 1 extra bash, so he can't do the same setup that he was going for this time with getting the bash to get it in a better spot. Oh, that's a clever little thing that Hal just did. He actually jumped back to the right so that the Frankie would jump away from the spikes. That's a really clever adaptation right there.
Yep. It's the same thing that Tuin did, but either way, it's something that I was not did not know about, actually. Also jumping up to the wall there. And now it's through 2. These sequence breaks cost them a little bit of time over Twice the Baguette, but Twice the Baguette is going to have to do this sequence break as well. So, Infinity Death Gauntlet, while they don't have Glide, they are not out of the race yet. They can still win this. It kind of depends on execution now, because I don't think they will get any more skills, either of these teams. Unless it's like right in their face.
Yeah, I wonder if, because I don't think they have the Sorrow teleporters, so I wonder if when they go back to Valley to go up there, they'll wrap around for that glide pickup. That would make the most sense, because they both have to do the C-jump tree.
Yeah, we will be seeing what Tuin opts to do right now. He has used his Valley TP. And I think... yeah, he's going left guard, so not checking the glide pickup. We'll do probably some double bash methods to make it into Sorrow.
Ooh, okay, look at here. Tuin is actually going to be doing the quad jump setup right here to get to the Wilhelm orb. Unfortunately, just XP, but really nice knowledge knowing you can get up there fairly easily with quad jump.
Yeah, I would have liked that to be like charge jump or something, because that would give them a little edge here. But alas, just experience. We can see Hal actually doing the same here. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication, I don't know. I don't think they really want that XP. But at the same time, you can't like tell every pickup you've gotten to your partner, so since that pickup doesn't lose a lot of time, it's not a huge deal.
Okay, and Tuin is through on his Sorrow Bash right there. Not dropping a save, interestingly. Oh, and Hal gets through as well. So, okay, so both of these guys just need to get this tree, I believe. I believe they've gotten everything else. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, Tuin got stomped and Hal got grenade, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, we will see it when they get the... Oh, look, there's 2 frogs. A frog party.
Now that's what I call a riveting experience in Sorrow Pass.
Sure. Oh, Tuin is trying to break that charge jump ceiling with double jump.
Oh,
nice
save!
So it had enough velocity so he could just double bash it up there. That was very nice. But he still needs to get to charge jump tree without glide now. I don't see how much experience he has if he will be able to do some zombie Ori shenanigans.
What are they doing?
Oh, he's on no ability points. That's rough. They probably have to take the tumbleweed then.
Oh, they probably want to do a zombie Ori maybe. You can't actually do that with their amount of health. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's a level up. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so is zombie Ori possible with 9 health, ultra defense, and 1 ability point?
It's cutting it close, but
yeah.
Oh man, I've never actually seen a setup with this particular skill set, so I'm not going to say anything whether it is okay or not.
Kinda looks like it's not possible, and that is really rough because we can see that GreeZ is already on his door warp right now.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the first try.
I believe it was as well. So the first member of Twice the Baguette is going to be ending here very shortly, and man, that glide pickup, that's gonna haunt them later because like Hal was right there.
Yeah, he was like 1 pixel away from the cell as well. But since the average time matters and GreeZ is about to finish this escape, I think it's safe to say that Twice the Baguette won this race at this point. That doesn't mean that Infinity Death Gauntlet has a nice time here, because as we just said, they kind of have to take the tumbleweed, which is all the way to the left of Sorrow here, and then double bash it all the way through the Dorito Cave. That's not fun. Yeah, it's going to be rough to watch that.
So I appreciated where Hal just found Wind Restored in Left Sorrow, where Wind is already restored.
Yeah, and also they don't have glide, so that's pretty trolly.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, Hal's gonna leave. Okay, so they're gonna check things, I believe. And GreeZ is going through. Cannot grenade jump because no grenade or C jump, but that's gonna be GG for the first member of Twice the Baguette. And man, that's a, considering they had no stomp and glide for the majority of that, that's a pretty solid time for shards.
It is a very solid time. I definitely
The cutscene's playing on Lusther's side because he hasn't broken the floor and he never saw it earlier. That's nice.
Oh, we see Hal doing some pickup checks here in Forlorn. Both of them opted to just go out of Sorrow and look for other pickups. We of course know where glide is, so the path that they're taking, let's hope they find something like charge jump, because they won't find glide this way, and they need some kind of progression to make it to Sorrow.
Yeah. At the meantime, Lusther, really great job getting through that Stompless Frankie lore, and that's a really, really awesome job on his part.
And grenade should be his last tree, so after that he will be making his Forlorn, of course, his final escape as well. Look at that, the Glazer holds another water vein shard. Totally not necessary at this point. They'd rather see some other kind of progression. But that's always a rough situation in a randomizer. I think it's in doubles, it's probably a little bit nicer, I guess, because you can split up looking for that one specific skill, but with 248 pickups being in logic, sometimes that one skill that you need for progression can be hidden. So I hope they find it pretty soon here.
Oh, there's charge jump. Okay, actually, also a little minor thing. This is something I found out with practice with Rue. You can actually get to that pickup with quad jump. Yeah, you can't do it with any other like triple jump or double jump or whatever. But you can get there with quad jump. It's really tight, but you can actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, now they have charge jump. You already saw it. You saw it. Dr. Tuin immediately going to fall on here. This is what they were looking for. Now they, with quad jump and charge jump, they can damage boost and then go through the spy cave. No zombie already needed. And then they will be on their escape too. So won't finish out too long after twice the baguette. And I would argue it would have been a very close race if they found Glide. Maybe they would have even won. I'm not sure. But certainly a very solid performance by Team Infinity Death Goddess as well.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. I think they might have had it based on how much farther back Lusther is finishing, but yeah, it's really just like hypothetical at that point. We really wouldn't know.
Yeah, and yeah, we can see how going for the damage boost through Sorrow here. This is definitely doable. It's just a little rough, and he kind of has to get used to it and kind of like finding the flow or something. But it is doable, so they will be eventually picking up their charge down tree as Lusther is making his final escape.
Oh, Hal is having some issues with those last spikes in that S corridor are kind of finicky. They don't like to play nice. Okay, he got through. Oh, but jumped a little bit early.
He almost had it. Come on. I think he got... No, he was a little too high.
Spike Cavern strikes again.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of... Oh, he's still nice. We kind of call these noob spikes in other categories, but I mean, being skill-staffed in a randomizer, dying to the spike has nothing to do with being new to the game or anything like that. Yeah, it was the 10th tree for Hal, and I'm pretty sure it's also the 10th tree for Clear. Lusther is on his swim now, makes it through, can just bash the fish, and oh, he's doing the glide.
Yeah, he has to do the glide, yeah, technique. Yeah, nice knowledge right there to get up there. Oh, watch out for the boulder. And yeah, he is going to be through, and that's going to be GG to Twice the Baguette coming out with the victory.
Very nice. As we said when MrGreeZ finished, they played the seed very well, I'd say. And Infinity Death Goddess just missing that one glide pickup. You can see Hal is already rushing to his escape now after they got the charge jump. Yeah, and Toon is having a little bit of trouble here again. I'm certain that they already did this damage boost method once, and it just goes to show that it's not easy. Even if you know how to do it, you still have to execute it.
Yeah, that damage boost in particular is really like can be a huge pain. Oh, and Toon remembering he can do climb charge jump and getting through there a little bit easier than baiting that frog shot down and getting his last tree as his teammate is just about to do door warp.
First try. Here we go. Ah, damn it. Every time when you predict a first try, it's not a first try. It's like commentator's curse again.
It's all right, man. We just won't tell them. Okay, it was the third. It was the third first try. The other ones didn't count. He's fine. He got it.
Yeah. Starting his escape as Dr. Toon is making his way to Horu right now. This escape should be fairly easy for them. I mean, they kind of substitute glide for charge jump, so the final room will look pretty much the same. And yeah, charge dash through. They have a lot of energy. They have their charge dash efficiency not too much to be worried about here.
Nah, quad jump. Quad jump is like quad jump is the hero of randomizer, especially in the final escape. You don't even have to worry about anything, man.
No, and the poison water. I mean, they have bash. They have here we can see him going for fish threats. Actually, he can also do that, especially with ultra defense. Oh, is he doing? Oh, he's doing. Okay,
Man.
All right. Interesting fish threats combined with some double bash method, but he makes it through. So GG to Hell as well.
Hey man, if you're gonna do fish strats, you might as well also despawn Kuro.
You do it right, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. So Tuin is doing his door up right now. There he is. He gets through, so he's gonna be doing his escape, and Infinity Death Gauntlet will soon be done here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this race was really great overall, man.
Exactly. The seed was very interesting. I think it was kind of skill starved, but I think the way they both of them actually routed it with splitting up, they made the best of the seed. And would this be a single seed, it might have taken way longer with the way that everything was split up, especially at the start.
Yeah, it would have been really hard to know, especially that Ginso was locking 2 Sunstone shards pre-bash, and that's just like, that's kind of difficult to tell. It's like, you really don't want to go into Ginso until you have bash a lot of the time. So having it there was kind of a bit of a jerky thing for the seed to do, but I feel like both teams dealt with it very well.
Yep, they certainly did, and we can see Turan just finishing out now with bash. Like, yeah, 3 rocks, and he's through again. GG to him. You can see, like we said, not really finishing too much behind Lusther, because he was having a little bit of problems with the Frankie walk. Also, by the way, that twice the baguette split up, Lusther just had a little bit of a longer routing, I'd say. But yeah, in the end, it came down to the glide pickup, I think,
Yeah.
as we've already said.
Yeah, because when you don't have that glide pickup and you don't have grenade to get you the initial height to get over in that spike area, like you pretty much have to go dig for charge jump or glide.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting when Infinity Death Gauntlet finds out where glide was. I see they've already been told in SRL. So yeah, I think that's probably an interview question that we could ask them, because I would be really mad getting sad sellers and like by just being a pixel off because that spider shot didn't go the way I wanted to go, and then that turning out to be only progression. I mean, that just had to happen, right?
Yeah, literally that race could have been decided by pixels, man. Like that's just that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, I think, afterward. But there you have it. We have our official averages on screen for you. We've got Vice the Baguette with a 50.09, and then Infinity Death Gauntlet with the 55.32. GG again to both teams. And I believe we are going to be joined here very shortly by Alum. I will bring them all in. All right.
Okay, there we go. GG to all of you. We think you've dealt pretty well with the seed that you've gotten. So yeah, again, GG. And probably one question to Twice the Baguette right at the start. How do you feel about this victory going 2-1? And regarding the future matches, you only need 1 victory. So do you feel like a little bit relieved, or are you scared because the 2-1 group is like spooky or something like that?
Yeah, we got a win, but yeah, the 2-1 run will be like super rough. So we are definitely expecting to get a match, a really hard match in the next round. And honestly, I don't even know what we expected when we joined the tournament. Like, I don't think that we ever expected to go to brackets. Like, we just playing and see where we go. But yeah, like right now the bracket seems like in reach. Maybe not probably not the first match, but maybe the fifth one could be something we can get.
Yeah, you just need one more victory to get that, so it certainly seems to be in reach. I think both of us, Trojan and me, have a rather burning question towards the Team Infinity Death Gauntlet. Basically, what cost you the race, which you probably found out by now during the SRL chat, was the glide pickup, which you didn't find. And I think it was Hal from the both of you actually made the fast Stompless play and then just barely missed that one cell, which turned out to have glide. So I guess how did that make you feel?
Oh, I'm obviously quite frustrated with that. We made the call to split when we had access to Ginso Tree and a left side at the same time, and I said, okay, Tuin, go Ginso Tree, I'll go left. And I did fast Stompless there and missed it by like what pixels. Just bare frames away from getting that dash into that pickup that was apparently glide. And yeah, I'm pretty sure based on the times that basically cost us the race.
Yeah, you had to look for some other progression. Like that was the train of thought that you had. We have seen you try to get through Sorrow with a quad jump, which I don't even know if that's possible.
I don't know either. I made the risk. I think my words were, I'm going to be stupid for a little while, and I tried it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with what we sure with what we had, we couldn't do Sorrow aside from being able to just go through the Dorito Cave damage boost wise. But you live and learn.
Yeah, definitely. And then I did want to ask you as well. Do you guys ever have like a particular setup of one of you guys generally goes right, one of you guys generally clears out the right side when you did get that opportunity to split between the Valley Teleporter and like the Gitso Stomp area?
I would say, at least my thinking on that is, I have a lot more all skills experience, and so I'm a lot more comfortable with the left side of the map. You know, and yeah, there are some kind of wonky things that you have to do sometimes, like we didn't have glide for this time in Misty, stuff like that. But I've spent a fair bit of time over there, so I kind of know the ins and outs a little bit better.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then going over to Twice the Baguette, kind of with a similar frame reference, where was your particular time frame of wanting to split off? Because there was like the mini split when you could go between Grotto and the Swamp Loop, but where was the point where you said that you wanted to kind of like split up?
Yeah, probably when we got access to Grotto pretty much. Like as soon as I got it was double jump. We like a double jump at the Iceless plant. We just decided to split up because like Grotto was almost fully open.
Yeah,
so...
and when we found Bash, we decided to split even more. So it was a nice find.
In our previous matches, like the first two matches, I was usually the one going left first, but we kinda practiced it. We talked about it, and it might not be the best play in all races. You just decided to let the one who finds the progression finish his area, and let the other one come get the progression and go left. That's pretty much how we proceed.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable to just keep going. I guess Oh, I actually forgot it was you, but there was one. I think it was Infinity Death Gauntlet actually, but Dash was found pretty early on the left side of the map in Glades, and one of the team decided to just keep going with Blackwood Bros because there was no reason not to, since they were already there and it is pretty auto-scrolly. So yeah. But apart from that, I just want to say GG to all of you. You did a phenomenal job. You certainly entertained us, and you did very well on this seed. So
Yeah, I agree to that.
Agreed. Thank you very much. And Trojan, I guess, will you?
Sure, I will close this out for this match. We do have another one coming up right here on Speed Gaming 3, which is a singles match between Hydra and Lack, and that's going to be commentated by C Average and Vooligen. And then a little bit later on Speed Gaming 4, there's going to be Uncle Ronnie versus J Hobbs, and that's going to be with Aiko and Gravilios on commentary. So there's still more rando left to go for the rest of the day. But again, GG to Twice the Baguette for going up to 2-1. And then for Infinity Death Gauntlet, there's still only 1 and 2. They can still make it to brackets with a couple more wins. So can't wait to see both their matches for next week. But for now, I've been Trojan Dude. And thank you very much, Spark, for joining me on this awesome commentary.
It was pretty fun.
Indeed. And stay tuned, guys. Enjoy the next race.
Bye.